The program that you are looking at today is Understanding You. Understanding You is a program that's been designed to enlighten you on sex. Not the erotic sex, but for you to have an understanding of sex. Today with me, I have Bright Alao and I have Debbie J. It's so nice to have you on the show today.
It's
Thank you
nice to
very
be
much.
here also.
Mhm.
Good afternoon. Okay.
The topic before us today is gender identity and sexual orientation. So it's important that we have a proper layground of what we are talking about today. The viewers would like to know, would need to understand what gender identity means and what sexual orientation means. So I'll start with you, Bright. What is your understanding of gender identity?
Yeah, thank you very much, Funke. Talking about gender identity, um, it is understanding and knowing your the sex category that you belong. That is knowing yourself and understanding and admitting the your kind of person. Let me bring it down to like understanding your gender identity. It is not only being born as a male person or being born in the. I'm talking about the physical aspect. Like,
Okay, looking
this
at
is
people
this is
physically.
our this is the BJ. Mere looking at her, you know that this is a woman, this is a lady. You get looking at you, this is a lady. Looking at me, you think this is Bright now. Bright is a guy, but
Yeah.
there are some attributes that comes with being with a gender. There are so many characters, there are so many acts that comes along with it.
Okay.
It is now left for the person to identify his or herself, to know that this is me, this is Bright. Not minding the kind of name, I mean the type of name I was given. I was given a male name. Bright, only male people bear Bright. That
Okay.
does not depict the gender. The name alone does not depict the gender. The physical appearance of every human being does not
Necessarily.
necessarily depict the gender. So it is left for the person to know and check his or herself and admit that, I'm looking male, but within
I am
I am
what
a
I am.
female. Or I am what I am. So that is gender identity. You just need to identify yourself first. Every human being needs to identify who they are beyond the physical look.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Debbie J, what can you say? What's your understanding of sexual orientation?
From the word sexual orientation, you know that it deals with sex, and it's sex education we are doing. We're dealing with here, and when we say sexual orientation, that means your orientation might be different from mine.
Okay.
Like the attraction I have, maybe with opposite sex or same sex.
Okay.
Sexually, emotionally, romantically, might be different.
Hmm.
I might have an attachment to the same sex as a female. I might like girl or I might like an opposite sex.
Yeah.
So that's now is my own sexual orientation.
Okay.
So it now depends on an individual, your own orientation. Is it to an opposite you have an attraction to,
Attraction.
or your same sex?
okay.
You can say that it's a deep, deep topic
A very
that
serious
we
one.
must really understand very well.
Thank you so much. That was quite insightful. We would be right back. Welcome back to the show Understanding You on Guts. I am Olufunke Michael, and my co-hosts are still here with me, Bright and Debbie J. quickly now, we've been able to establish what gender identity means, and we've also established what sexual orientation means. So I'll just jump right in. I'm moving straight into media, right? So we all can agree that media plays a huge role in shaping our understanding as people. My question would be to Bright. How do you think what we see in the media affects our understanding of these concepts that we're discussing today? And can you think of any examples that you can cite?
All right, thank you very much, Luafunke. Um, this part of the world, um, one of the major things that I think shapes what we are experiencing now about gender is the media,
Yeah.
just like you mentioned. We have the media, we have the social media, we have peer groups. One of the major, they are the major things that gives a kind of support or a kind of promotion to gender identity.
Okay.
We have so many people that have been running this act. They have been doing it for a very long time. They have been doing it for a very long time. But because there was nothing like social media, you get, there was no promotion from the media, we could not hear much about it. But because of the present situation of social media, you begin to hear, I want to be this, I want to be that.
Okay.
Not that the topic or the issue of gender identity have not been for a while, it has been, but media has been able to bring it up. Media has been able to report it. Media has been able to broadcast it.
Okay.
You get. So I think what we need to be talking about is several types of genders.
Yes.
We have different people coming out now on social media to flaunt their gender.
Yeah.
Just like normal Funke female will come out and live her
How are you
life.
so sure that I'm a female?
I think I should not be too
You
sure
can't
of
be
you.
so sure that I'm a female.
I'm just trying
We're
to.
talking about our identity here.
Identity.
So you don't
But
know what I am.
We should be proud to identify and to associate with whatever gender we have. You
True.
get. So just like we have people coming on social media to say this is who I am. We have, if you go on social media now, you begin to see videos. Then there are some people that their gender is not questionable, but because they want to chase clouds, they want
Okay.
to be everywhere, they want people to know them, you get, they begin to put up some of those things. So media is a very important, is one of the major tools that have been able to push out the issue of gender identity. When you talk about there is a community now, GTQ,
LGBTQ
Yeah.
plus.
it has plus
Yeah.
now. So people begin to like, okay, this is me, this is who I am. But the problem we have is that in this part of the world, this community are not accepted. Like, we are not coming out to accept them, maybe because of our tradition, maybe because of the home training. Like,
Or maybe because the federal government hasn't approved it yet.
Not that we don't have this community, we don't have these people among us. We have them in our day-to-day activities. But we can, because it is not legally accepted and it is not legally approved, that is why they have not been able to come out and say, this is me. So at the moment, some are doing it to, okay, let me just,
You know,
that is who they are. And Debbie J cannot change who they are. Bright Allow cannot say, no, you must be like this.
Okay.
Because they are born with it. It is inborn. So media has been a major thing. You talk about media, you even talk about celebrity endorsements. You talk about celebrity endorsements. What we have right now, recently, let me say Mommy of Lagos. Mommy of Lagos was openly endorsed, like should I say he or she?
You could use shim.
Shim was openly endorsed by our notable celebrities in Nigeria. They donated money to Shim, and we many people were surprised that, oh, if you can do this. It's at a point, I think recently Shim was even sorry, I just need to, because it's
Right, don't you think when we talk about media, like you rightly said, that some people are coming out now, but some have been dying in silence. We talk about sexual orientation the other time.
Yes.
There's some people that are dying in silence that they already know who they are,
They-
their agenda.
exactly
But because of
the
the,
place of
society,
identify. Okay, admitting it.
admitting it was very difficult for them. But now the media is now giving them the platform to come out under the pretext of having content.
If you are saying the media, you talk about the international media.
The social media.
International media.
Yeah.
Because if you want to state on the local media, the local media will not in any way support it because of the part of the world
yes.
Yes. But now on social media, like you rightly said, we see them dress, what we talk about, showing, when you hide under the pretext of having a content and you dress the way you feel like dressing, but you are not able to do.
You are indirectly acting who you are.
You are.
Okay. Thank you so much. Understanding these concepts isn't just academic. It has real impacts, right?
Exactly.
So how would you say that gender identity and sexual orientation has helped us in our everyday lives? And do you think it changes the way we all interact with others?
I'll say sexual orientation, like I said before, that some people are hiding their orientation. Because according to our culture, let me go to culture now.
Culture.
Okay.
Our culture.
We are very cultured in Africa.
Yes. According to our culture, there are some things that are not allowed at all. That you can't even say it out. That, okay, this is my sexual preference. This is the person I'm attracted to. Like same sex.
Even not to talk about gender now. To just come here and say Funke, like to talk sex, raw sex. They see you
Even
as,
our parents. I remember that if you mistakenly say something that is it's somehow relating to sex,
Connoting sex.
they will be like,
they will give you Igbarun
where did you hear that from? Kilo share.
or Ifarun.
You know that kind of a thing. You'll be. We were so scared talking about that, and I remember that it affected some children then, because when you are not educated in sexual training, you don't have sex education. Now I applaud the education sector because
Hold that thought right there, because that's where we're heading right now. I was going to say that you would agree that education plays a critical role in how we understand and talk about these topics, like these concepts.
Yes.
Right? So would you say that we're doing enough in the environment that we find ourselves? Do you think the school is doing enough? Do you think we are doing enough as well?
We're trying now. I can't say we're 100% perfect, but right now we're trying. You see, now in most schools, we have different poems for the part of the body. The thoughts that the children, you know the part of your body, you know where opposite sex cannot touch, you know where an adult cannot reach. Even parents now, we cannot just ask our children to go out anyhow. Like before that, when rain falls, you see all of us running around.
Playing in the rain, dancing
Playing in the rain. There are some things that are restricted now. You can't do that again. Then we believe that the world is so free, we can do whatever we like, but we lack some things. That was why then, you see that some young girls, they get pregnant And you see, I don't know what happened. They were not taught. I had a friend while growing up in my secondary school. I had a friend then that I was the one that taught her how to use sanitary pad.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought you wanted to say.
I was the one that taught her how to use sanitary pad.
You know what I want.
And
like,
Wow.
both parents were alive.
Interesting.
When she started her monthly flow, she ran to me. Jumoke, I'm in trouble. What happened? I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like they've cursed me. Who cursed you? See, something is coming out of my body. What's coming out? I was the one that trained her how to use sanitary pad.
And you were,
And do you know the funny
you were
part of
age
it?
mates then?
Do you know the funny part of it? She was 2 years older than
Older
me.
than you.
Wow.
But I knew how to do that because I could remember my mom and my elder sister.
You've
Then-
seen them doing it.
No, not
Or
even
they
seeing
taught you
them.
how to do it.
Do you know how they taught me how to do it?
Okay.
How
How
to
did
use
they-
it?
How did they teach you?
I didn't see my monthly flow early.
Okay.
But when my sister, anytime she comes back from the university, the College of Education, then, come here. Your hand is white. Are you sure you are not seeing? I said, I'm not seeing anything. Are you sure? Because if you are seeing it, this is how you do. This is how you call. If a man touches you, you are in soup. You are in trouble.
Like
you are
normal
in
touch, like-
normal touching.
Like
Yeah.
holding you.
That was why we always rule our seats
Oh.
in school. You cannot sit beside me.
Maybe you were lucky we were
So-
not in the same school. I would have touched you
Because
several
if you
times.
touch me, I might be pregnant.
Oh.
Yes.
I was taught
I've heard about that myth
How
as well.
to use that? Because I now ask, okay, you've been asking me if I'm saying this or that. What is that thing you want me to see? That was when my sister told me, okay, as a woman, you see this, your monthly flow, and immediately you start saying it, no man can touch you again. Because if any man should touch you,
Boom.
get pregnant.
Pregnant.
You. So that was how I got to know how to use that.
Okay.
It was not because it was intentionally taught that, okay, they called me, oh yeah, let me teach you how to do this. No, it was because they were threatening me so that I won't get pregnant.
Okay.
And you don't want to.
And you didn't want to get pregnant. All right.
So,
Now we'd like to take a short break. Do stay with us. Question back. Looking for your dream home? Need a trusted property developer? Welcome to Taogani Global Resources Nigeria Limited. We are your go-to experts in property management and development, with premium lands and houses for sale, all free from any encumbrance and backed by genuine documents. We bring your dreams to life. Located at Kilometer 42 Lekki Ekpe Expressway, Lakwe, Ibeju Lekki. Call us today at +234 905 964 7250 and let's build your future together with Taogani Global Resources Nigeria Limited, where your peace of mind is our priority. Welcome back to Understanding You on Guts. I am Olufunke Michael, and I am still here with my awesome co-hosts, Bright and Debbie J. Before the break, we've been able to establish what gender identity means, what sexual orientation means. We've also found out the roles that media plays, a huge role that media plays. We've been able to talk about the impact of daily lives, and we've talked about the role of education as well as regards these concepts. But moving to that impact on daily lives, because of your story now, it seems like peer pressure as well has set in a way. Bright, how would you say that these concepts, gender identity and sexual orientation, how would you say that they've impacted our daily lives.
Well, thank you very much, Funke. I think I would like to add something on what the BJ said before I'll
The break.
moving into your question. Talk about education, role of the education on gender identity and gender sexual orientation. I think it should not be limited to schools alone. In fact, the first point of education should be from the family.
Family.
Yes.
That's your first contact.
The first contact should be
Yes.
from the family.
That's right.
The parents are the first. They are the first one. They are the responsible to put through the children. This is how to do it. This is how you are expected to do it.
It's true. We
Imagine picking from Debbie J's point. Imagine if Debbie J was to influence a friend badly,
The wrong way.
the wrong way. Imagine what it will have caused. Imagine what it will have happened. So it is expected of the family to build the foundation on which the child will
We
live.
will leave one. Okay.
The Bible says, sorry, preach on Papa.
Preach on Papa.
The Bible says, train up a child in the way he will go, and when he's old, he will not
Depart from
it.
it. Yeah, you're right.
So some of these influence, some of the things we have right now, some of the things we are experiencing, seen on social media. Some people, not because of their body attributes, but because they want to chase clouds. And don't forget, doing this, if peradventure they have the opportunity to become so popular, they will influence more people.
yes,
Yes.
they will.
Because many people will see them as role model. Mommy of Lagos now, she's already.
She's a role model to some people.
Shim or shim is already a role model.
Yes.
To
Yes.
many people are already looking up
All to her.
to her
Or
like
him.
or him like this is if Yoruba people say ti jello. Oh, he has done it. I know you will not understand, but
Yes.
I'm
let me
lost right
understand.
now.
Yes.
She has done it and she has been able
And
to
she made
make
it out of it.
out of it. So likewise, so many other people thinking like, okay, if I can do like this, if I can be like this, I will have opportunity to meet so many of these celebrities. Like I said earlier, so many celebrities have already endorsed some of those
These
people.
people.
Not that we are not, get this right, not that we are not accepting them into our community,
Okay.
or not that we don't want it. You
Okay.
get, but we see it as abnormal.
Because it's not our usual norm.
You get, we see it as abnormal. We are not God. We are not the one that created them.
Because we believe that the only gender we
That
know
God
is
created.
male and
Or
female.
You get it. It is not even sexual attraction. It is not even their sexual orientation. Like, oh, this is who I am attracted to. Some do it or practice it because they just feel like, let me just try another
Right.
method.
Another method. Let me see how
let
it
me
is.
let me explore. It's because they want to explore and see new things. Like how look at Sherry? No, how does it? I want to know.
How it feels.
I see. I have a guy that when I touch him like this, he will flare up like, "Don't touch me!" Like, how can a guy be touching a guy? Then if you call him baby, that's another problem. You can't call him baby.
But why would you call him baby in
No,
the
you
first?
just I'm used to calling everybody baby.
By the way, if you're thinking of trying another method because you just want to know how it feels, be careful. This is Nigeria,
Exactly.
And it's 14 years.
it's
14
14
years.
years. I mean, add 14 years
14
to your
years.
age, and you know how
So,
young you would be by then.
Automatically, it
You were
means
saying.
you will not like to spend 14 years behind bar.
Behind bar, yeah.
So it is very important that the parents create that time for the children to always know. Even the parents are the one in them, like study them, know that why is it behaving
Know
like
who
this?
my children
What
are,
is-
understand
what is this?
them.
It is possible for parents to change and straighten their kids early. It is very possible.
Hold that thought right there, Bright, and we would be right back. Looking for your dream home? Need a trusted property agent with premium land for sale, all free from any encumbrance and backed by genuine documents. We bring your dreams